From the NMSU Department of Journalism and Media Studies in collaboration with KRWG, this is the student-produced News 22, where news matters.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Linda.
And I'm Jasmine. The city of Las Cruces is tightening its belt to save some money. The council wants to save almost $60 million to avoid depleting the general fund balance.
It means the city will allow up to 33 jobs to remain vacant and cut operating costs. Despite the cuts, the proposed budget has a 2% increase for city employees and funding for new 8 firefighter positions. The city finance director says the city is trying to restore balance to the budget since the city has been spending more than it's taking in the past few years. The council is expected to approve the $598 million budget in May. The Las Cruces Board of Education is meeting at this hour.
One item on the agenda is whether to change the name of Cesar Chavez Elementary School. This is in response to allegations of sexual abuse by the former civil rights activist and labor union leader. If the board does vote to remove the name, Superintendent Ignacio Ruiz will present the process to select a new name for the school. 3 board members indicated they support removing the name, but public comment has been mixed.
You know, temperatures are definitely rising here on campus.
I know, we're finally getting past that doom and gloom.
Carmina, what do you have for us?
I know, thank God we're going after that weather. I'm really glad we're having some sunny skies like today. So let's take a look at those current numbers. For our temperature today was 87 degrees with winds blowing northeast at 10 miles per hour. This is actually very light wind for us in New Mexico. Dew point is at 26.2 degrees and our barometer at 29.8 inches. For our high today, we had a high of 87 degrees with an average of 78 and a low of 53. For our record temperatures today, back in 2025, we had a very warm year with a temperature of 89 degrees and a low of 37 back in 2012. Sadly, we didn't have any rain today, meaning our yearly dew point of 2.0 inches. Now back to the desk.
In Las Cruces, young people are stepping up in their community through hands-on service.
As Mikey Tongo reports, those students are putting their new skills to work to support those in need.
Inside a workshop in Las Cruces, 11-year-old Liam McDonald and his classmates in the Cruces Creatives Youth Program are gaining hands-on experience and helping their community.
It makes me feel good, and it's like, yeah, I just helped someone. I feel really proud of myself.
The people they're helping are unhoused, often seen carrying everything they own in shopping carts, but with the new Las Cruces ordinance prohibiting their use, many are left without a reliable way to transport their belongings. That's where Liam and his classmates step in, building custom carts through a partnership with Velo Cruces, a community bike shop focused on access and outreach.
Cruces Creatives received a grant to provide some after-school programming. And they decided they wanted to do service learning. They wanted young people to learn to do something, but then return something to the community.
It was never really just about the shopping carts. It was about our clients being able to hold on to their belongings and understanding the need for something like this to be built. It shows the art as well as the sense of community that is here in Las Cruces.
A labor of love starting as a single cart frame inside the workshop becomes something much more. Volunteers with Velo Cruces build carts like this one to help people experiencing homelessness carry their belongings. Once finished, they can be seen across Las Cruces. And organizers say the project is also teaching young volunteers the value of giving back.
We are directly showing the students their own ability of manufacturing their dreams and giving them access to the tools as part of the class.
And it's truly a team effort.
You get to help a lot of people. Yeah, and it's just like really fun.
After this semester, 2 more carts will be added to the 6 already completed from last year. Mikey Tonko, News 22.
Cruces Creatives programs are supported through mini grants with more hands-on projects expected this summer, giving local students and community members the chance to get involved. Stay tuned, Carmina will be back with your national weather forecast.
But first, at New Mexico State University, one student is turning a title into a powerful message, a culture of resilience, and more on that when News 22 continues.
Join KRWG Public Media for a free screening of the independent lens film The Librarians at Thomas Brannigan Memorial Library in Las Cruces, Thursday, April 23rd. Doors open at 5 p.m. and the screening begins promptly at 5:30, followed by a short discussion. Light snacks will be provided.
The news comes at you so fast that sometimes you miss stories that impact you. Enter KRWG's Friday News Wrap. Explore exclusive content, in-depth news, deeper dives into stories, and so much more. Get it delivered to your email by subscribing free at krwg.org. KRWG Public Media, powered by you.
On this season of Patty's Mexican Table, we are in the Yucatan Peninsula. ¡Qué rico! I'm going to take all the things I learned here and put them to use in my kitchen so that you can use them too.
Friday at 2:30 p.m. on KRWG Public Media.
Welcome back. You're watching News 22 Tuesday,
where news matters. At New Mexico State University, Kimora Pettigrew is recognized for more than just a title.
Crowned Miss Native American, she represents leadership, culture, and resilience. But her path to this moment came with challenges. Caitlin Ross reports.
Kimora from Kirtland, New Mexico, a Native community where family and tradition shaped everyday life, had to get used to stepping away from that support system, a challenge many Native students face when leaving their community.
I do understand because we're so far from home, but I'm like, no. So I kind of like, that's kind of what I want to like show and be like just embrace not only yourself but your culture too.
Pettigrew says she also wants to use her title to support other girls in her community, saying many had told her that they want to wear their traditional clothing or practice their culture but are too afraid.
Young girls who would come up to me and they'd be like, they'd compliment me like, your outfit's so pretty, this and that, and then they would follow with, I would love to dress up, but I'm too scared. In El Paso.
As a leader, she hopes to help them step out of their comfort zone, embrace who they are, and remind them that they are each beautiful in their own way. Pettigrew says much of her inspiration comes from her Nali, the Navajo word for grandmother, who taught her cultural traditions like growing corn and continues to inspire her today.
I would say preparing me for my traditional talent, my traditional talent would be my Nali, because I presented on growing corn, and I learned everything from her. She's not here anymore, but I still carry literally everything, like this outfit. My favorite outfit, she made it. I still wear it all the time. The knowledge I shared with everyone, that's from her.
Kimora competed in her traditional wear, talent, and interview. Judges evaluated her on her leadership and cultural knowledge. Kimora practiced dance for her talent, preparing for the pageant for months, crediting her Nali for her motivation. Her hard work won the title. The Miss Native American pageant represents culture and tradition. For Kimora Pettigrew, that connection starts with family and dance. Kimora plans to represent her community with honor. She will share her story with younger generations and hopes to make her loved ones proud.
I felt relieved when I passed the crown off because I knew that it went to the right person.
Kimora Pettigrew continues her role as a leader and a cultural ambassador with support from her community. News 22, Caitlin Ross.
Carmina is next with the National Weather Forecast.
Thanks, Linda. Let's take a look at how the rest of the country is doing. Now, for my northeast section, New York is at a nice 51 degrees, Boston 50 degrees. They did have a freeze warning over the weekend, so they're definitely experiencing some of those lows. Moving over into the coast, Miami 77 degrees with some of those winds. And moving over into the west coast and the Pacific Northwest, we see tons of rain in there, tons of snow in some parts of the mountains. So let's take you into my next map. They're going to experience tons of rain today, and this is mainly because they're going into one of their last major storms for that rainy season. For the other side of the country, the Northeast is also looking at some of that rainy weather, and that rainy weather seems to be traveling over in the Midwest. Cincinnati is at 58 degrees. Now moving into my final map, let's take a look at how that rain is kicking in on that area. We're experiencing tons of raining from 1 to 3 inches all across states like Washington, California, Nevada, and even some northern parts of Utah, as you can tell. Now don't go anywhere because I'll be back with your local temperatures.
Welcome back to our sewing room for the 4700 series of Love of Quilting.
These new episodes are packed with fresh skills and inspiring projects, from bold, large-scale patchwork to quick and satisfying small designs.
Let's explore new and creative techniques like using a compensation plate for bulky seams, couching yarn to embellish, and even dyeing quilts with indigo.
From piecing and quilting to our beloved viewer tips, stitch along with us on this season of Love of Quilting.
Tuesday at 2:30 p.m. on KRWG-Public Media.
Having aired in the U.S. and internationally for over 3 decades, Wailana Yoga helped pioneer the modern-day yoga movement. With her clear and authentic instruction set against spectacular scenic backdrops and uplifting music, Wailana makes yoga easily accessible and enjoyable for people of all backgrounds and experience levels.
Sunday morning at 6:30 on KRWG-Public Media.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at how New Mexico is doing. Farmington right now is at 80 degrees, Santa Fe 73, Albuquerque 79, Socorro 83 degrees, Ruidoso 72, Las Cruces 84, and Deming 83 degrees. For New Mexico tomorrow, we're going to experience some warmer temperatures all across the state. Farmington 76 degrees, Santa Fe 75, Albuquerque 82 degrees, Socorro 88 degrees. Roswell is in the 90s already with 93 degrees, Las Cruces 86, and Deming 85. For our neighboring cities, Alamogordo tonight is going to experience some partly cloudy skies with a low of 57 degrees, with some partly cloudy skies tomorrow too, and a high of 87. For Trud or Consequences, 54 tonight with partly cloudy skies, and also partly cloudy skies and a high tomorrow of 88 degrees. For Silver City, 50 tonight with partly cloudy skies, and tomorrow 76 degrees with partly cloudy skies too. And the city of the Cruces is not safe from those partly cloudy skies too. 57 tonight with a high of 86 tomorrow. Now let's take it back to the desk for more news.
And Samantha Dates is next with sports.
Thanks, guys. Coming up in sports, this NMSU softball player was named CSU Pitcher of the Week. You can toss that remote because News 22 Sports is next.
We're here in Washington to find out what comes next.
Donald Trump won re-election, promising to reduce illegal immigration.
The Republicans will have a majority.
Will that really solve America's migrant crisis?
Not only at home, but around the world.
They're preparing for what might be coming.
Our correspondents give you the full story.
We're now hearing several explosions after an evacuation warning.
For a global perspective, join us on BBC World News America.
Are you getting KRWG's Airwaves digital program guide in your email? If not, there's an easy and convenient way to get it delivered straight to your inbox. Simply go to krwg.org, click on the button that says Subscribe to Airwaves Online, fill out your email information, and just like that, you'll be on your way to receiving Airwaves up to 2 weeks before the beginning of the month via email. KRWG Public Media, powered by you.
This is KRWG-TV News 22 Sports.
For the win! He got it!
Welcome back. I'm Samantha, and let's talk sports. The Battle of I-25 continues tonight. The NMSU softball team is taking on the UNM Lobos on their home field as we speak. The Aggies are hoping to keep their momentum going after taking a series win at Middle Tennessee University on Sunday with a 1-0 shutout. You just might be able to catch the end of the game after the show on the Mountain West Network. Speaking of softball, New Mexico State pitcher Faith Aragon has been named Conference USA Pitcher of the Week after a dominant performance in this weekend's series. The junior controlled opposing lineups from start to finish, racking up 21 strikeouts and accounting for the majority of the Aggies' punchouts in the circle. Aragon currently ranks 6th nationally in strikeouts with 197 on the season. This weekly honor marks the first CUSA Pitcher of the Week award for a New Mexico State player during the 2026 season. The New Mexico State baseball team is heading to Arizona State for tomorrow's game, where they are hoping to turn things around after a 12-10 loss to Sam Houston this past weekend. Aggies took an early lead on Sunday, scoring 3 runs in the opening frame. But the Bearcats took control, stacking runs in the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings. The Aggies refused to go quietly and almost managed to trim the lead, but the Bearcats pulled away with a big 8th inning, plating 3 runs to push their winning score to 12-10. With this loss, New Mexico State dropped to 16-22 overall and 7-12 in the league play. You can catch the Aggies versus Arizona State tomorrow at 5:30 on ESPN+. And that's all for sports tonight. Join us for more sports action tomorrow. Still ahead on News 22, Carmina will be back to take a look at your 5-day forecast.
Creating a will, trust, or an estate plan can be expensive, time-consuming, and oftentimes frustrating. KRWG Public is pleased to offer our members no-cost access to Giving Docs, whose online tools will help you plan for the people and causes that mean the most to you. Don't put this off any longer and learn more about Giving Docs at krwg.org/legacy. KRWG Public Media, powered by.
Do you have a vehicle that you no longer need or use, and it's taking up valuable space? Donate it to KRWG, and we'll arrange to have it picked up and sold, with proceeds supporting KRWG. That's right, you can declutter and reclaim that space and support public media right here in your backyard. Get started today at krwg.org. KRWG Public Media, powered by you.
Let's take a look at our top stories.
The city of Las Cruces is trying to save some money so they can avoid depleting this general fund balance. In Las Cruces, young people are stepping up in their community and using their skills and support for those in need. And at New Mexico State University, one student is turning a title into a powerful message of cultural resilience.
Let's take a look at how that 5-day forecast looks for us. Now, we're definitely walking into the weekend with a little bit of partly cloudy skies, but wrapping up with some sunny skies and very high winds on Sunday, going at 23 miles per hour. All throughout the week, we're staying on those 80s and some 50s for our lows. And I think that's all I have for your 5-day forecast.
Yes.
Yep, that's all for News 22 Tuesday. Thank you everyone for joining us tonight.
Tune in tomorrow night for more news, but don't go too far because Marian Gregory is next for Noticias 22 en Español. I'm Linda.
And I'm Jasmine, and from the whole News 22 team, Linda, Carmina, Samantha, and myself, have a good night.
This news brief en español is brought to you by Noticias 22, la información más completa de Nuevo México, El Paso y la frontera. Noticias 22.
Hola, muy buenas tardes. Yo soy Marian Gregory y gracias por continuar con Noticias 22. El Consejo de Educación de Las Cruces se reúne esta tarde para discutir el cambio del nombre de la primaria César Chávez en la Mesa Este de Las Cruces. Esto es en respuesta a las alegaciones de abusos sexuales contra César Chávez, el líder fallecido del Movimiento de Derechos Civiles y la Unión de Campesinos. 3 miembros del Consejo apoyan el cambio del nombre, pero hay una variación de opiniones del público. La ciudad de Las Cruces quiere ahorrar más de $16 millones para evitar agotando la caja del Fondo General de la ciudad. Esto significa que el ayuntamiento puede evitar que se cubran hasta 33 puestos de trabajo y reducir otros gastos de funcionamiento. A pesar de las reducciones, el presupuesto propuesto tiene un aumento de salario de 2% para empleados de la ciudad y fondos para 8 bomberos nuevos. El ayuntamiento se espera que apruebe el nuevo presupuesto de casi $600 millones en mayo. Esto es todo por mi parte. Que tengan Que tengan muy bonita noche y nos vemos con más noticias mañana. Gracias.